Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. So here we are again. Jarrel Miller is claiming that he has never knowingly taken steroids or the GW1516 that was found in his body. He did not know how it got there. It was no needle in the ass, it was no needle in the stomach. It was ingested through food. Now GW1516, also known as Endurable, is not something that can be found in animal meat or anything like that. It was actually originally developed as a treatment for diabetes, obesity and cardiovascular diseases. So, where has he got this from? I mean, you would not find that in any animal meat or vegetables or anything that he would be taking. It would have to be a substance that he was taking knowingly. It would not even be in a protein drink or anything like that. Nothing that you would buy off of the shelves. No, not even like a vitamin tablet. It would not be in that. You'd have to know that you were taking this in order to have it in your system. So Jarrel Miller is once again trying to wriggle his way out of this. He knows he took it. Why does he not just accept that and move on? Because his boxing career is over. He says he's having samples sent to the labs and he's sorting this all out with his team, putting together a document and all of this stuff to somehow prove his innocence. Did he not say that after the Anthony Joshua mishap or failed drugs test? Let's have it how it is. It was a failed drugs test. But after he failed against Anthony Joshua, he said he was going to come out with all of this information explaining how he did not knowingly take these substances. Where is that? So he says it again, and he expects us to just believe him. It's just a load of rubbish. Jarrel Miller is a drugs cheat. That's all he has ever been. So why is Jarrel Miller trying to insult boxing fans' intelligence by continuously saying that he did not take any banned substances, he did not take any steroids, he did not inject himself with anything, when he knows he did? Deep down, Jarrel Miller knows, and maybe it's his pride or whatever pride he thinks he has, is the reason why he will not admit it, but Jarrel Miller is a drugs cheat, and that's it. That's the bottom line. Jarrel Miller has now failed, I think, 5 drugs tests in his career in kickboxing, boxing, and I mean, it just proves it that he is a drugs cheat. Now, interestingly, Jarrel Miller says he's willing to serve a ban. He said, "I'm prepared to accept my suspension and willing to do my monthly testing during my suspension, but to be banned for life? No, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Is this guy stupid or something? I mean, Jarrel Miller said that anyone who believes he should be banned for life for this is out of their minds. Is he not out of his mind for thinking that he could get away with this? Is he not out of his mind for failing 3 drugs tests against Anthony Joshua in the biggest fight of his career, the biggest purse for the world heavyweight world titles, and then in his comeback fight, failing again? Who is out of their mind? Us? Or Jarrel Miller? He thinks everyone else is. Yet, what does that say about him? He thinks that he is in the right and boxing is in the wrong. He thinks that boxing seems to owe him a favour or something. Well, it doesn't. I don't really want to see Jarrel Miller in a boxing ring again. Because okay, after the first one, it was bad enough. When he failed against Anthony Joshua, he should have been banned. He was banned for 6 months by the WBA. Nothing else. He was allowed to fight under any other governing body. And if he could get a license, he could have fought 2 or 3 weeks after that failed drugs test because he was not licensed by any commission. And Top Rank offered him a 6-figure deal to fight Jerry Forrest on July 9th. Look at what he has done with his second chance. Does he deserve a third one? He hasn't learned from the first one, so no. Jarrel Miller cannot hope to come back from this, and no governing body, no commission, no promoter in their right mind should put him back in the boxing ring again because it's dangerous. He continuously fails tests and he obviously doesn't show any respect for the sport. Otherwise, he would come clean and say, this is what happened. I messed up. I made a mistake. And if he says that he's sending all of this stuff off to the lab to find out how it got into his system, he has suspicions how it got there. So why was he not being careful? He said after the Anthony Joshua situation, he was going to be extremely stringent on what he put into his body. Well, how can other fighters who have never failed a test before and maybe aren't that strict still manage to pass their tests? Yet Jarrel Miller is supposed to be extra careful, yet he fails the test still. Nah, I don't buy his excuses. He is a cheat. He's a cheat and that's all he ever will be. Now, after this, after the Anthony Joshua situation, and after this second chance that he had, that he took himself, he never really asked for a second chance, but he just decided that he was going to give himself one. He took it and look at what he has done with it. So, ban him for life, I believe. If not, ban him for a lengthy period. 10 years, something like that. there has to be some ban, and Jarrel Miller has to show some remorse to discourage others from doing this, because if he just is allowed to come back time after time after time, then others are just going to think, well, you don't get banned, so I'm going to do it. I mean, what's the risk? Even if I fail and I miss out on that fight, I'll get a bigger fight down the line because I have a big name because of these cheating allegations or proof of cheating. So that sends completely the wrong message to boxers, to boxing fans, and I mean to fans in general who maybe could be interested in the sport. If they see that, they're going to think, well, he cheats time after time, yet he's still allowed to do it. I mean, they're not even allowed to do that in athletics. They get banned. And that's not punching someone in the face. That's not incurring harm on their opponents. Yet why is it allowed in boxing? It should not be. Ban him for life. He has shown no remorse. He will not even own up and say, I done it, I cheated, I was in the wrong. He keeps continuously saying that he's going to put these documents together that proves his innocence. Where are they? Where is it from the Anthony Joshua failed test? Nowhere, because he has nothing. And he has nothing this time. It is time for boxing to move on from Jarrel Miller. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Jarrel Miller has finally responded to his second fight in a row where he has failed a test. His fifth failed test in total in combat sports. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks, guys.